By the time he was 8 years old, he had lost 5 siblings. At 9, he was left for dead, only to awaken from a coma paralyzed. But he recovered from a seemingly hopeless state of body and mind. Bradley Quick is here to share with you his path from Skid Row junkie to successful talk show host, author, mentor, and motivational speaker. If you're looking for a better tomorrow, if you want a positive evolution, or if you're in need of a quick fix, you're in the right place. Now kick back and get ready for the top experts in the field of body, mind, and soul. Here on the Quick Fix with Bradley Quick. Purpose, power, motivation.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Quick Fix here on Cool Change Radio, your home for positive answers and the place for you to find that life and health solution you've been looking for. We're right here right now to inform you as to the latest life enhancement techniques in many different areas, including health, fitness, nutrition, psychology, finance, weight loss, and a whole variety of other wonderful and life-empowering topics. Today's show is brought to you by the Cool Change Foundation. If you're fond of our show, if we brought you some breakthrough solutions, or you just want to help us stay on the air, please donate today. Come on, think about it. When we make life better for mom and dad, we make life better for the children. When we make life better for the children, we make life better for the entire family. Everybody wins, and it's 100% tax deductible. No donation is too small. You can donate right now at www.thecoolchangefoundation.org. That's thecoolchangefoundation.org. And remember, it's time for a cool change with the Cool Change Foundation. Welcome, everyone. My name is Bradley Quick. I'm here to discuss solutions with you. I'm here to talk to you about having a better life experience and becoming the best you that you can be. Our guest today is Alycia Schlesinger, who holds a master's in spiritual psychology with an emphasis in consciousness, health, healing from the University of Santa Monica. And we're here to talk about some really cool stuff today. Hey, Alycia, are you ready for a great show?
I am, Bradley.
I'm so excited. You sit tight. We'll be right with you, okay?
Okay.
All right. I like that. Thank you all for joining us here on CoolChangeRadio.com, BradleyQuick.com, and on Facebook. As you know, you can catch our live and recorded video shows and interviews on those sites and many other websites. And as always, you can listen to our archived audio interviews, hundreds of them, your favorite topics, favorite experts, and favorite personalities at BradleyQuick.com. If you're not hanging out on CoolChangeRadio.com, BradleyQuick.com is definitely the place to be. And if you ever find yourself surfing that thing called YouTube, you can always go hang out on Cool Change Radio, our channel on YouTube, and we've got about almost 500,000 views in just about almost 100 days. And I'm very grateful. I'm excited. So go subscribe. It'll come right to you in your mailbox, and the latest shows as we post them up there. Later, my buddy Paul Medrano, former Mr. Universe, will be here with us talking about fitness and healthy living in our Getting Fit with Mr. Universe segment. It's going to happen shortly, so stay put right where you are. Now, make a note. If you'd like to chime in with a question for my guest today, you can just pick up that phone, write this down, and dial 818-824-9123. That's 818-824-9123. And you can use that number not only for this show, but all the shows here on Cool Change Radio. Again, it's 818-824-9123. Okay, the definition of Entelechy is a vital force that directs an organism towards self-fulfillment. That's pretty cool. For example, the Entelechy of an acorn is to become an oak tree. Inside of each of us is that vital force directing us towards self-fulfillment and towards sharing our gifts, our talents, our passions, our purpose with everybody else on the planet. Because the message is, but the message that we've received as a child was to be domesticated, to stay in the box, not to get out of the box, not to be the spirits that we are. We're spirits having a human experience, not humans trying to find a spiritual experience. And so we've been stuck in that humanoid box. So we're going to talk about not trying to get out of that. We're going to talk about, yes, trying to get out of that. Joining us now here on the Quick Fix on the Cool Change Radio and TV Network to discuss that and shifting consciousness is a woman who holds a master's in spiritual psychology from the University of Santa Monica, Alycia Schlesinger. Alycia, welcome.
Thank you, Bradley.
So good to have you here.
It's good to be here.
Yeah, we were having fun before the show started, weren't we?
Yes, we were.
Okay, we were just happy together, huh? You're so great. So tell us, what is Entelechy? And it's spelled E-N-T-E-L-E-C-H-Y.
Correct.
Entelechy. What is that?
I mean, it's basically what you just described. It's the definition that you gave. And it's really, in the simplest form, I believe that we're all born with talents and gifts and a specific purpose.
Passion and purpose, right.
That's right. Whether it's, being a mother or being a teacher or being a nurse or a painter.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
Whatever it is, even if it's just being a loving human being, bringing joy wherever you go, helping people feel good wherever they go, whatever it is. I mean, that's what we're born with.
Right.
And I believe it's the soul's calling as we go through life to discover what that is.
Well, that's the whole idea of life. The whole challenge for the human race is to uncover, discover, and discard what we think we know so we can open ourselves up to what can be.
Right.
And what we think we know is all the garbage we've been programmed with for all the years growing up.
Right.
Right.
I mean, that was my experience. In 2004, I had the first instinct as to what mine was. And it's funny, like when you really get what your calling is, you can see that all along there were little signs and indicators that you were supposed to go in that direction. Right. For me, it was like the thing that lit me up. I heard someone speak and I was like, oh my God, I don't even know what he's talking about. If I could put words to it, I would say it's spiritual psychology. But the tipping off for me was that I lit up from head to toe. I was so happy. I remember leading over.
You're lighting up right now talking about it.
Because I love it. I love this. I mean, that's my passion, is to help people. Part of me discovering what my Entelechy was just noticing, when I go to parties, what do I talk about? And I would go to parties and the question whenever I got into conversation with anybody was, what's your dream? What's the thing that, okay, if regular life wasn't here, what's the thing that you would really go after? What's the thing that you'd really want to be? And to get to see someone else light up like that and then just hold the space for them to say, you know what? That's possible. Because it's like growing up in whatever circumstances a person grows up with. There's always going to be messages out there there is in society. It's part of the journey.
My thing was I was always on such a driven self-will that the universe would put people and angels and circumstances and opportunities right in my way, and I just totally pass it up because I thought I was driven.
Right.
I'm doing it way I thought it should be done. And
right.
That was a disaster.
Right. And for me, I mean, looking back, I had a lot. I've been on here before with you and I've shared my story. And, the core of my story is that I went through a lot of traumatic experiences when I was a child. And the interpretation that I made of those experiences was that there was something wrong with me.
That was your perception.
Correct.
Your childhood. Probably very young,
right?
Probably too young to even talk or read or write. Those perceptions are what you were living with.
They go into your unconscious, and we make decisions based on those experiences. And I know for me, the first part of my life, I wasn't asking, why am I here? I was asking, okay, if there's something wrong with me, how do I overcompensate for that so that I can get loved? I mean, really, that's unconsciously what was going on. So I was on this self-determined path
You were all the way into self-preservation.
Yes.
What do I need to preserve myself? What do I need to do to fix myself?
Right. And and overcompensating. I really had this belief that, okay, if I'm coming to the game half of a person, then I better make up for that. So I better look really good, and I better have a lot of money, and I better be really successful. And I never asked the question about what makes me happy. It wasn't about what made me happy. It was about what made everybody else happy so they'd love me.
You and I had to go through some really trying experiences in hellacious circumstances to find our Entelechy.
Yes.
But why do most people are not going to do what I did or do what you did. They have to live those circumstances. Thank God for that. Right. But why do most people find it really challenging?
Yeah, I mean, what I would say is people that go through traumatic things where it gets so bad they actually have to do something about it. That's a gift.
Yeah,
that's a gift.
And we are always more effective when we're talking from experience.
Correct.
As opposed to just book smart.
Yeah, definitely. I think for the average person, I've worked with a lot of people. I've talked with a lot of people, especially because it's my favorite topic.
You're talking?
I love talking, yes. Part of my Entelechy is to be a speaker, and I love talking.
Yeah.
And when I talk to people about their Entelechy, what makes it really challenging for them is, everybody has a script, and the most important driving human need is love. And I think most people go out there and they, the first thing we do is figure out, what do our parents want? Because they're the two people that we want love from the most. And a lot of people just internalize scripts about what they think they're supposed to do to make everybody happy. I don't think that that's an uncommon experience. I think
People
that
pleasing.
right. Well, and I don't even know
Fitting
if people
in.
fitting in. And, a lot of people, I think that's where midlife crisis comes in, or people have some sort of traumatic circumstances come forward where they're actually able to pause and take a look at their life and say, for me, as I've shared with you, I went through something that rendered me both depressed and suicidal. And I had to ask the question, okay, if I'm staying here, what's worth staying here for? And I had to really do the research and look at people that were successful in life, that loved life. And why did they love life? And what they all seemed to have in common is they were living their purpose.
Yeah, when you live your passion and your purpose, and when you're actually doing it, you've never been so high. You've never been so free. You've never been so fulfilled, had so much love in your life, is when you're in that zone.
It is.
And I think that's what being in the zone is.
It is.
Nothing else matters. You're
Right.
because you're being of such great service and helping such a great number of people. That's just so rewarding, isn't it?
It is. And I think what's so ironic, I think it's God's little joke, is whatever it is about our society, it's like we really think we have to work so hard and, it's like pain and struggle and all of that. And I think the funny thing is you're intelligent.
No, you're going to save that for that funny thing for us because we're going to go to a commercial.
Sounds good.
Stay put, everybody. If you got a habit you want to change, how would you do things differently to better your life experience if you could? Well, you just might sit right where you're at.